Hello, and welcome to the first ever quarterly address for the Black Caucus of the Young Democrats of America. My name is TRISTAN, BREAUX, co-founder and senior advisor to the chairman for the caucus. We have been hard at work organizing, advocating, and empowering black communities across the country. Since the beginning of the year, our chairman, Rashad Fraser Gaines, his executive committee, cabinet, and other members of the Black Caucus YDA have traveled across our nation to ensure that members of the black community are heard and are empowered to make a difference. Over the Martin Luther King Jr. weekend in January, the Black Caucus YDA hosted the inaugural Progressive Leadership Summit in Washington, D.C. The purpose of the summit was to allow members of the caucus and YDA as a whole to network, learn, and be inspired by some well-known professionals in the fields of political science, finance, communications, technology, organization, and more. Speakers at the summit included Ben Branch, the executive director of the Congressional Black Caucus PAC, China Dickerson, the state engagement manager at Emily's List, Rashid Scarlett, web developer and network engineer at SmarterVote, Eric Lundy, program director at Inclusive, and Roy Austin, the director of the Office of Urban Affairs at the White House. In February, Chairman Gaines joined Communications Director Jovan Richards, Outreach Director JACQUELYN Richards, and Chief of Staff Alon Barrett in Albany, New York. The goal of this trip was to lobby, meet, and interact with New York State elected officials during their Black and Puerto Rican Caucus Weekend. During the weekend, our caucus joined the New York State Young Democrats and their Caucus of Color to co-host a Young Professionals Networking social event. During this weekend, our chairman served on a voting rights brain trust panel, advocating for greater access to the ballot box, increasing a more diverse and millennial voting population, and eliminating social and economic barriers for those who seek to vote. In March, Chairman Gaines, along with Vice Chairman Bridgman Bolger and Civic Engagement Coordinator Darren Mason Sr., partnered with the YDA Labor Caucus and their chairwoman, BRIANNA Cartwright, in Canton and Jackson, Mississippi. The goal of this trip was to stand in solidarity with the United Auto Workers, disenfranchised workers of Nissan USA, and the Mississippi Alliance of State Employees. We provided policy and political training workshops and helped organize protests and rallies, all while inspiring more young people of color to get involved. In May, the caucus returned back to Washington, D.C., preparing to lobby congressional leaders and participated in YDA's Lobby Day. Our mission here was to ensure that our partners and advocates in our nation's capital understood the daily struggle young people of color face. We had the honor of working with some of the leading lobbyists in the field to prepare ourselves and held nothing back as we emphasized our passion for our communities. As you can see, the caucus is working harder than ever, and it does not stop here. We are proud to announce that our website is almost complete and will be launching very soon. We are already planning the next Progressive Leadership Summit, as well as more trips across the country to places such as the U.S. Virgin Islands and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for the 2016 National Democratic Convention. The Black Caucus of the Young Democrats of America has been one of the most active and populated caucuses in YDA history, and we are extremely proud to continue our commitment to advocate for communities of color. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Black Caucus YDA to learn more about us and where we will be next. Thank you.